probably the match to the one that we found back at the first little field. So I started off at the first spot there early this morning at the old farmyard, and found 3 small sheds right where I found a bunch of sheds earlier on in the winter there. So started to work my way back down a draw that leads back to the river here, where the deer are coming from. And I'm a long ways away from where the feed was this winter, and there's still tons of deer sign down here. And the spot that I want to go to right behind me here, right along the river, actually you have to cross a little dip before you get into some sandy hills along the edge of the river. And unfortunately right now, because of the water so high, it's all flooded out in here, and I can't get across the water to where the spot that I want to go. But I'll work the edge here along the bank and where the fields are, and I don't know, maybe we might pick up something anyway. So there we go. Just came up over this ridge here. Just came up over the rise, and I can see some tines right in there. And there it is. Find it, bud. Find it. Good boy. Find it. Good dog. Fetch it up, bud. Find it. Find it, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Come here, bud. Come here, buddy. Good dog. Good dog. Come here, pal. Good boy. Good boy. Good dog, buddy. Look at that. Good dog. Alright, so I'm at my second location of the day here. Found 4 at the first spot. It was a pretty good start to the day. This spot that I'm going to try out here is got permission from this lady last night. And again, I had scouted this out earlier on in February, and the deer were coming to a big grain pile over here. There's another old yard site here with a couple more grain bins off to the east, and the deer were kind of yarded up, I guess you would call it, in this old yard site in the winter, and I actually found one shed just in the road allowance here. So I got permission to walk around the old yard site here, and actually the lady said that her relative of hers, or their grandson or something like that, found some sheds and left them behind a fence or something like that in the yard. So we'll go check it out and see if we can find them. I did talk to another local landowner out here who owns a quarter adjacent, and he said he's been through this yard already, shed hunting himself, and said that I wouldn't find anything. But hey, it's worth a try, I think. So we'll give her a go and see what we can do. And then after I'm finished going through this yard site, I'm going to head south towards the river here again. I'm on the north side of the river now. I'm going to head south towards the river, back towards where these deer were coming from. So lots of ground to cover out there, but let's do this yard site up quick here and see if we can pull something out. Bud, no. No, don't move. Don't move. Buddy. It's okay. Okay, pal. We gotta get these out. Stay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, pal. It's okay. We gotta get them out. We gotta get them out. It's okay. It's okay. Well, poor Jed. Now that we got the porcupine quills out of his face and paw, poor guy. That was a pretty stressful situation for him. But we're back looking, and found the first shed over here. It actually looks fairly decent. Just a little ways over here. This is awesome. That could be the match to the one I found in the ditch, actually. That's a nice antler. certain it's the match to the one I found in the ditch. Right on. So there are antlers in this yard. That, bud. Found two in here. Two sheds so far in the yard here. And just about ran into a skunk too, so we got a porcupine and a skunk in here. It's probably not the best situation for the dogs, so I'm just going to take one more quick loop through here and get out of here. Man, this is just beautiful country in here. Got down towards the river here, it's just beautiful. Lots of big pieces of bush and some open areas and some exposed hillsides here where the deer can get up and sun themselves in the winter. Kind of made my way along the edge of this ridge here, and there's a kind of a slough down in below here, kind of between the river and the bench up top. I was going to go down through the edge of the slough there because it looked fairly dry along the edge. But I decided to come up on the ridge. Anyways, I got up here and I look and I think I can see a shed down there along the edge of the slough. I'm not totally sure, but and I don't think it's that big, but I think I might get back down in there and go check it out. I'll try to zoom in on it and see if we can see something. Can't really see much from up here. Well, let's get down there and go check it out. So I just made my way down top of the ridge. I was only maybe 15 yards back here, and I come down into the bush here. There's a fresh shed lying right here. It looks like it's got it's not very big, but it looks like it's got a big base on it and a real cool non-typical point coming out of the base. Right on. And I haven't even got to the spot where I thought I saw that first one. That's across the slough there. I'm going to have to go around it, but let's check this thing out. It's pretty awesome. Jed actually drew my attention to it. Good boy, bud. Good boy. Good dog. Yeah, he went over and sniffed it, and I heard the sound of an antler hitting the brush there when he nudged it. Cool. That's freaking awesome. Look at that. That's gonna be such a cool deer. Oh man. That's wicked. It's not a huge shed, but look at the size of the base on it. Look at that. And that, it's almost like a whole extra beam. Oh man. That's a cool find, that one there. Good boy, Jed. Well, here we go, right here. I don't know. I hate to pat myself on the back sometimes, but that was a pretty good find. It's probably maybe 100 yards through brush, and I was up on that ridge, and just the one little tine was sticking out. If I didn't see this one, I wouldn't have found that nice fresh one here, so that's awesome. I'm going to work my way along the edge of the slough, and who knows, maybe pick up another one. Well, made my way around the edge of the slough here, and then kind of backtracked a little bit, and then came back up on this ridge, and here's another one right here. After I found the first two, I realized that this area is probably worth really going through a little bit more thoroughly rather than making a beeline through it. So I'm probably going to do a lot of back and forth through here. And oh, good boy, Jess, go find it. Go find it. Go find it. Find it. Find it. Good boy. Good boy. Find it. Good dog. Good boy. Good dog. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Oh, Jester. Good dog. Wow, this is just awesome. Here's another one here. Well, I'm sure glad I came here. This is actually a new area for me. I've shed hunted quite a bit over the last few years in this general area, but just never got down here. Always wanted to, but always had other spots that I wanted to hit up, so I'm sure glad I made the effort this year to come down here. It actually took quite a while to walk down to the area that I wanted to get to. Probably a good mile or mile and a half of just walking across straight wide open stuff to get here, but it was sure worth it. Like I've only been here about 45 minutes and I've got 4 sheds, so and this area there's potential to find a real monster. Jed has kind of lost interest. He's getting a little tired. We might have to stop for a little break here soon. And I want to strap my sheds to my pack. Well, I've only gone maybe 50 yards, and I look over, and good old Jed here was sniffing something off to the side of the trail. This could be one of those ones I may have, well, I don't know, it's hard to say. I may have missed it. I might have saw it though. It's not that hidden, but Jed sure pointed it out to me. A little bit of a tine there. Actually looks like a pretty nice shed. So after this one here, I think I'm going to stop for a quick break, have a bite to eat, and rest Jed, and put away all my sheds. That's another cool looking antler, another fresh one. So this is number 5. I've got 3 fresh and 2 from last year, so that's a really good sign. We might have to stop for a break right here. I don't have enough hands to go. I don't have enough hands to go get this one. Oh, that's a great antler. Look at that. Oh, nice. That's cool. He's got some junk. He's got some good mass. Not a real huge deer, but look at that. Right on. sheds out in the open here just to take a little break and have a look at them. And it all started with this one little shed. And I saw it from quite a ways off. Hey Jed, come here pal, sit, good boy. And I was actually working my way across the ridge over here, and I might have kept going if I didn't see this shed. And it ended up turning into 5 sheds so far, and I've barely scratched the surface of this area in here. It's just an unbelievable bedding area. I knew this was going to be good this winter. There was major food source up top on this side of the river and directly across on this side of the river. And this is such a secluded area with lots of cover that I knew that a lot of the deer from either side of the river might be coming here to bed. South-facing slopes, lots of cover, and a new area for me. Like I said, I've been in the general area, just never down in this exact spot. But I'm sure glad I came here today. And there's our big base shed with the second main beam, and this last one that we just found that Jed sniffed out for me. It's actually got some really good weight to it. This one from last year, and this smaller one here. So I mean, we've got 5 so far. We've been in here for about an hour, and we're going to take a break, but we're going to continue on the rest of the afternoon, and hopefully I'm able to make it back to the truck with all the sheds I find. Hopefully I have that problem later on. So, you ready for a break there, Jed? Well, it's been a little while since our break that we had. I did find 2 smaller sheds probably about 15 minutes ago, but since then it actually had been pretty slow. Well, considering that I was finding them like every 5 minutes before. But I just found another good one right up over here, so we are officially back in business. Let's go check it out. Good boy. Last year, some decent beating on this little guy. Mine and Jed's haul for the day here. Sure, I think we ended up with 12. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh no, more than that then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 2 spikes up front, so that's 13. And 2 old ones that I didn't pick up, I just left out there, 2 old little ones. So all in all, a pretty good day. Hey Jed? Jed? Are you tired? You're a good dog.